Welcome. Tonight we're going to talk about Chapter 3, e-business. And we'll look at e-business 1.0 and we'll look at Web 2.0, which is where we add in social media to our e-business. So one of the first points made in Chapter 3 is a comparison between disruptive and sustaining technologies. So disruptive technologies offer a new way of doing things that initially does not meet the needs of existing customers. Disruptive technologies redefine the competitive playing fields on their respective markets. They can also open new markets and destroy old ones. And further, they can cut into the low end of the marketplace and eventually evolve to displace high-end competitors and their reigning technologies, much as the PC did to the mainframe computer. Sustaining technologies, on the other hand, produce improved products that customers are eager to buy, such as a faster car or a larger hard drive. Sustaining technologies tend to provide us with better, faster, and cheaper products in established markets and virtually never lead in markets opened by new and disruptive technologies. The internet and World Wide Web caused business disruption by allowing people to communicate and collaborate in ways that were not possible before the information age. The internet and World Wide Web completely disrupted the way businesses operate, employees communicate, and products are developed and sold. The book described e-business and went into its advantages. A Web 1.0 is a term to refer to the World Wide Web during the first few years of operation between 1991 and 2003. E-businesses includes commerce, e-commerce, along with all activities related to internal and external business operations, such as servicing customer accounts, collaborating with partners, and exchanging real-time information. During Web 1.0, entrepreneurs began creating the first forms of e-business. The advantages of e-business include expanding global reach, opening new markets, reducing costs, and improving the effectiveness of operations. So there's 4 e-business models. The B2B, or business to business, applies to businesses buying from and selling to each other over the internet. Business to consumer, B2C, applies to any business that sells its products or services to consumers over the internet. C2B, or consumer to business, applies to any consumer that sells a product or service to a business over the internet. And finally, C2C is customer to customer, and it applies to sites primarily offering goods and services to assist consumers interacting with each other over the internet. The primary difference between B2B and B2C are the customers. B2B customers are other businesses, while B2C markets to other consumers. Overall, B2B relations are more complex and have higher security needs. Plus, B2B is the dominant e-business force. It represents 80% of online business. So what are 6 e-business tools for connecting and communicating? As firms began to move online, more MIS tools were created to support e-business processes and requirements. The e-business tools that are used to connect and communicate include email, instant messaging, content management systems, video conferencing, and web conferencing. So, what are some of the challenges associated with e-business? So, although the benefits of e-business are enticing, developing, deploying, and managing e-business systems is not always easy. The challenges associated with e-business include identifying limited market segments, managing consumer trust, ensuring consumer protection, and adhering to taxation rules. So what is Web 2.0 and what are its characteristics? So Web 2.0 is the current generation of internet use. It's a more mature, distinctive communications platform that has new qualities such as collaboration, sharing, and a lot of services are offered for free, as well as a lot of products, open source products. Web 2.0 encourages user participation and the formation of communities to contribute to the content. In Web 2.0, technical skills are no longer required to use and publish information to the World Wide Web, and that eliminates entry barriers for online businesses. The four characteristics of Web 2.0 include content sharing through open source, user contributed content, collaboration inside the organization, and collaboration outside the organization. So how does Business 2.0 help communities network and collaborate? So a social network is an application that connects people by matching profile information. It provides individuals with the ability to network, and that's by far one of the greatest advantages of Business 2.0. Social networking is the practice of expanding your business or social context by constructing a personal network. Business 2.0 simplifies the way individuals communicate, network, find employment, and search for information. So, for example, we have Indeed and Monster.com as job sites. You might become members of LinkedIn, another place to keep in touch for professional purposes. And then those are all social media. We also have social media like Facebook and Twitter for just non-professional communications. So, what are the three Business 2.0 tools for collaborating? So these three tools harness the power of the people, and they are blogs, wikis, and mashups. A blog or weblog is an online journal that allows users to post their own comments, graphics, and video. Blog websites let writers communicate and readers respond on a regular basis through a simple yet customizable interface that does not require any programming. A wiki is a type of collaborative web page that allows users to add and remove and change content, which can be easily organized and reorganized as required. While blogs have largely drawn on the creative and personal goals of individual authors, wikis are based on open collaboration with a large number of potential authors. A mashup is a website or web application that uses content from more than one source to create a completely new product or service. A mashup allows users to mix map data, photos, videos, news feeds, blog entries, and so on to create content for a new purpose. So what are some of the challenges with Business 2.0? Well, Business 2.0 has positively changed the global landscape of business. However, there are a few challenges, and what we look at for these challenges are individuals forming unrealistic dependencies on technology, vandalism of information on blogs and wikis, and the violation of copyrights and plagiarism. So the next generation of online business is Web 3.0. And this is based on intelligent web applications using natural language processing, machine learning, and reasoning, and intelligent applications. Web 3.0 is the next step in the evolution of the internet and web applications. Business leaders who explore its opportunities will be the first to market these competitive advantages. Web 3.0 offers a way for people to describe information such that computers can start to understand the relationships among concepts and topics. Okay, any questions on that? All right, well, let's read the HelloFresh case study. Take 15 minutes to read that. Then we'll go over the questions related to that case study. Welcome back. So, do you consider HelloFresh a form of disruptive or sustaining technologies? Well, HelloFresh is a new form of online business, but it's not a disruptive technology. E-business has been around for years, although groceries have been a tough market for it to tackle. Home delivery of groceries and other online meal services, such as Blue Apron, have been entering this space for years. Okay, next question. Is HelloFresh an example of Web 1.0 or Web 2.0? And let me ask. Okay, so HelloFresh is an example of Web 2.0. Customers can choose the meals that they want to get delivered. So describe the e-business model HelloFresh has implemented. And let me ask, that's right, HelloFresh is using a business to consumer e-business model. Describe the revenue model HelloFresh has implemented. Okay, this one. Okay, well, you know, I would argue that HelloFresh has implemented a subscription e-business revenue model. Okay, what is HelloFresh's competitive advantage? Well, also, HelloFresh sources organic local material delivered right to the customer's door. So that is a pretty big advantage. And what are the security and trust issues surrounding HelloFresh? Any opinions there? Okay, many people today expect to be continuously connected, and their dependence on technology glues them to their web connections for everything from web conferencing for a university class or work projects to making plans with friends for dinner. If a connection's down, they have a hard time doing those type of functions. How long can people go without checking email, text messaging, or listening to free music or videos on YouTube. So as society becomes more technology dependent, outages hold the potential to cause greater than ever havoc for people, businesses, and educational institutions. So security issues related with keeping the internet and the web up and going have become more critical, and 20 years ago, they weren't an issue at all. Okay, any questions on that?